What's up, guys? Welcome back to Married with Media. And
Hello,
today
hello.
we are continuing our 13 days of horror. How many days do we have left in October? Like 6?
Not many.
And we are on number 6. And today, what are we talking about?
We are failing miserably.
We got 7 left in 6 days.
So we are here to talk about ginger snaps.
Ginger snaps.
Yeah.
This is a werewolf movie from the year 2000. So it's pretty old. I mean, I was in the 8th grade, I think, when this movie came out.
I know,
and
like 22 years old.
yeah, it was. I don't remember this movie ever being on my radar when I was a kid.
Right.
I don't think I really heard about it until I think I got on like Instagram online and seen people showing it off and talking about it.
Right.
But it is a werewolf movie. For sure.
But, it's about two sisters, two very death-obsessed sisters.
Yeah.
They're very unusual.
They're strange and unusual. They're
Right.
like Lydia from Beetlejuice almost.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder if they took any inspiration from Beetlejuice.
Could have.
From
Also, I
Lydia.
do want to shout out, it's a Canadian film as
Yeah.
well. It was shot in Canada. I'm pretty sure, I actually don't know who directed this movie. John Fawcett, from what I'm seeing. So I don't know if he's a Canadian director or not. I've honestly never really heard of him. I know that there's 2 sequels, and you were saying that both of them star in the sequels, from what you were seeing?
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know, but this is the 2 stars, the 2 sisters in this movie. You got Emily Perkins and you got Catherine Isabel. That's the one. That's the main one, I would say. She was in that movie American Mary that we watched like a few years ago. Do you remember that movie?
No.
You don't remember that? It was almost like an American Psycho type movie, but it was
You remember
a girl.
the other girl? You said that she was in it.
I was gonna get to her. Yeah, Emily Perkins. The whole movie, I'm trying to figure out like who is this girl? Like I know her face. And then I looked it up. I was like, oh, she's Beverly from It 1990, which is one of my favorite horror movies. Did you look it up?
I looked it up, yeah.
It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. So it's like, I know that I've seen her face so many times. She looks so familiar. But yeah, interesting because she was playing, I guess, 10, 11 in It 1990. And this one, I guess she'd be playing like 15, 16, 17, somewhere around there. So not too much of a leap because these movies are only 10 years apart.
Yeah, they're basically playing high school sisters. Like I said, they're very just kind of emo a little bit.
Very emo.
And like I said, they're like obsessed with death. They like to make like fake murder scenes and take photographs of them. So that was kind of a...
Did you think that was real? Like when we were first started watching, like I almost thought those scenes were real, and like they had like almost like I almost thought they were already werewolves. Like when we started the movie, I guess.
Oh.
And they were doing
No, I don't
funny stuff like that.
No, I didn't think that. But yeah, I don't know. So that was just a, interesting thing. And like their parents, they seemed pretty normal. And so, they just got these 2 girls who are so obsessed with death. And I'm not really quite sure why they were like that. At first, I kind of got the vibe that they were like in a foster home or something. And, that's why they're like kind of troubled or...
They definitely didn't look alike. Or they didn't feel like... They felt more like best friends than sisters.
Right.
I guess.
If they were adopted, we totally missed that part, but I don't think that they were.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of, I don't know if this would be a spoiler or not, but like you said, it's a werewolf movie.
Yeah.
But it was kind of funny because, they're in high school or whatever, but apparently neither one of them have gotten their periods yet.
Yeah.
And so the mom made a comment about how they were late to, blooming, or I don't know what she called it.
Late to menstruation.
Right. So, I was just going to say though, I thought it was funny because, the oldest sister, she's the one that actually gets attacked by a werewolf and starts turning into a werewolf.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really realize it. She just thinks that it's her period coming.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I thought that was kind of like interesting, funny take on it. It's like, oh, like she just thinks that it's her period, but really and it actually was her period as well. So it was kind of like she was getting her period. I'm saying period a lot, but anyway,
Yeah,
we're all adults here. And she's
maybe not.
also
Maybe some kids watching. Who
she's
knows?
also turning into a werewolf at the same time. So I just thought that was kind of a funny.
It's an interesting, almost like, metaphor for a girl getting her period. She's also turned into a werewolf at the same time, which kind of reminded me of the Pixar movie that came out last year, Turning Red.
Oh yeah,
because they almost do the same thing with that movie. So I wonder if there was some Ginger Snaps inspiration, which is another. I think Turning Red was set in Toronto, Canada, as well.
Oh yeah.
So it's another Canadian, movie.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Like maybe they were trying. I don't know if they were trying to, touch a little bit on how horrible having your period can be.
Yeah.
It sucks being a lady sometimes.
It does. The thing with this movie is because I really do like the werewolf horror genre. I didn't like it for a long time.
I'm not really a fan of it.
American Werewolf in London kind of scarred me when I was a kid. I remember watching that very young.
I've never seen it. So.
But I love American Werewolf in London. I love The Howling. I love Silver Bullets. How does this one hold it for me in comparison to those? I would say it's definitely probably on the weaker end to me. I don't know. This it didn't feel all the way like a werewolf movie. Like I said, you have the initial werewolf attack. And then, there's no real...
It was more about the slow transformation than it was about the werewolf, I feel like.
Yeah, and it's a very slow burn transformation. Like, she slowly transforms. You do get that classic, transformation sequence at the end.
Right.
But the whole movie's more of just like a slow burn. She's, slowly turning into the werewolf. I don't feel it's not like a full moon situation where the moon comes out and then she turns... Maybe it does when she finally does the full turn, but...
right. It almost feels like it's... Like I said, they're trying to do kind of like a coming-of-age story.
Yeah, I get what they were doing.
Yeah.
And I do think it's a well-made movie. I just don't know if I was... It's just very slow, I guess, to me.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Wasn't too much going on.
Yeah, definitely by the end of it, I'm like... Oh my gosh, is this over yet?
Yeah.
And I feel like I see this a lot for movies, but sometimes movies just drag and they're so much longer than they need to be.
It was almost 2 hours long.
Yeah, so the ending it went on forever.
Yeah. But I mean it was a good story. The performances were good. I mean I thought both the girls did a good job. They had a good sisterly relationship, good chemistry with each other.
Chemistry, yeah.
Good chemistry with the mom, who's played by Mimi Rogers in this movie.
Yeah.
She's a well-known actress. She looked familiar. I don't know of anything else I've seen her in.
Yeah, and I kind of made the guess that the mom, I was like, oh, I bet the mom's going to end up being a werewolf too.
Yeah, because I thought you were going to be right.
Yeah, she was acting kind of... suspicious, but I mean they never went anywhere with that, so I guess she wasn't. But
yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know. You got anything else to say, or you want to rate it?
I guess we can rate it. We did watch this Scream Factory edition. The transfer wasn't the best, and I know we don't talk about Blu-rays here, but I mean, just visually, it didn't look that good.
Yeah, we don't talk about that, but
but I mean, I know, but even you noticed that.
I don't like.
It was almost so where I checked when we took, because you put the movie in, and it has both the DVD and Blu-ray, and I checked. I was like, did she accidentally put the DVD in?
Oh, wow.
But no, it was a Bluray. But yeah, it.
I'm tired of you always making me look like a dummy.
Oh, I didn't know it. It's an honest mistake. I've done it before. I thought I put the fork in, put it in Blu-ray. It happens.
Yeah, there was a part, I feel like in the beginning where the film had the little starburst. I don't know what you call those.
Yeah, you'll get that sometimes, and that honestly, they probably did the best they could. With the restoration, they probably couldn't, fully restore. Sometimes there's an issue. There's some lost elements, and they can't fully restore everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. I would probably give this movie a 3 out of 5.
I would give it the same. And again, I know that there's a lot of people that love this movie. I've heard this movie's been pretty hyped. I feel like a lot of people really enjoy it.
It's us reviewing it, not other people.
It's definitely a different kind of werewolf movie. I'll give it that. I just don't know if it's something that I was completely on board for. I guess just the way they told this story. It just didn't feel like a classic werewolf movie. It was something different, which I guess isn't a bad thing, but yeah, a little bit too long. 3 out of 5. I'll give it that.
Okay.
But yeah, that's our review of Ginger Snaps. Stay tuned for more reviews. We've got 7 more we need to crank out.
Maybe.
7 more, but yeah.
If we can get there.
Definitely stay tuned for the 13 Days of Horror. Also stay tuned for the other content we have going on this channel. We just completed our House of the Dragon watch along. We got more new reviews and stuff coming. And we do all kinds of fun stuff on this channel. So if you're just now joining us, hit the subscribe button. Also be sure to hit the like button. Comment down below your thoughts on Ginger Snaps. If you've seen it, follow us on our social media account down below. Turn on those bell notifications. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.